Hey, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome for the first time, all around. Welcome. I'm Carrieblogger, a full-time career freelancer on Fiverr.com where I've been selling for 6 to 7 years now. And I am so excited to be doing today's Freelance Friday video. You will have seen this sweater last week. You will have seen this format hopefully last week. I'm moving at the end of this month when this is happening, and there is a lot going on in my personal life. So in order to be ultra productive, I am planning ahead a couple weeks out, and I'm taking one less thing on my plate, or one more thing off my plate, I guess is the way you say it. So I'm not going to be editing this. Hopefully I can just let my thoughts flow coherently and I won't have to spend a bunch of time editing, or any. Hopefully that's the goal. And so that's it. That's my little disclaimer for it. It's gonna be a different situation than normal, but hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you understand. I'm just really busy, and so I want to get a video out and continue to not have to skip any Freelance Fridays, but I also want to give myself full time to move, unpack, do all the other stuff that's going on, and not have to skimp on that in my personal life. So thanks, appreciate it. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question that I get a lot just from friends and family and people who ask about my job. As I've explained in other videos, it's hard to explain honestly what I do. I define myself as a copywriter. Primarily, I write sales copy. The second thing I do is I'm also like a brand expert. I do branding, slogans, colors, fonts, business consulting for startups. And then kind of thirdly, which is unrelated, but it is I also do some product photography, and then I also do honest reviews. And so the other thing you'll see on this channel besides Freelance Friday videos is those honest reviews that I post here for just clients who would like me to post. That's not part of the service, but it's just another thing that I offer for free for them. And so lots of people ask, they don't understand the honest review thing because I actually sell them. People are purchasing those from me unless I am saying otherwise that it's not purchased. I'm always super transparent about that in the descriptions, very, very clear. But it's unique because it's sponsored in that they're paying for it, but it's not sponsored in that it's completely honest, unbiased, unscripted, and authentic to my genuine testing experience. And so people ask, why in the world would people pay for a review? That's the first question. Just pay for a review. And the kind of question is like, why wouldn't they just ask a friend? Why don't they just do it themselves? And so paying someone to try their product and test it doesn't make a lot of sense. I've also been doing this for more than 5 years, for the record, with honest reviews. I've tested like hundreds of products at this point. It's super fun. I love doing it. So that's just back. There we go. I think that makes a lot of sense to me, why people just pay for a review at all. Usually I would think that it's just like a quality thing. Not everyone has a nice camera and lighting and setup to do it. And also not everyone feels comfortable in front of the camera. That's also something that people aren't always good at. Hopefully I'm good at it, I don't know. But quality is one thing. Another thing would be a non-biased opinion, because obviously if you like do it yourself, or if you ask a friend or family member, that would not be unbiased necessarily, typically. And then the third reason would just be they don't want to, ask their friends and bother them. I'm sure that if you're already starting a business, you're probably asking your friends and family for a lot of input or advice or buy my stuff. I don't know, but I think that a lot of people just don't want to have to go down the personal route for that, and that totally makes sense for me. The second question that is following that is, in addition to why would they pay for a review at all, is why would they pay for an honest review if it could possibly be negative, which I completely understand. That is a little weird. And it's that way on purpose. A, because I have a huge problem with scripted marketing. I have a huge problem with testimonials that aren't true, fake reviews. Those things just like rub me the wrong way. I really, really hate it. And so I will not personally be part of that. I believe in like fair marketing, honest, transparent, like being real about it. And, that's all. I'm not gonna go on a huge rant about it right now, but I'm not gonna be part of the problem, or what I consider to be a really big growing problem. And so transparency online is really important to me. I will only sell honest reviews. And of course you might say, well, you're a little biased because you're being paid to do it. And I will 100% say, if I can say something in a positive light. I try to be as positive and like optimistic as possible. But if something's wrong, I will not just blatantly lie and say that it's not wrong, because that's not true. And so truth is my core. Positivity is something that I try to instill in my perspective, hopefully in life. I mean, in general, I'm trying to be positive. But okay, that's a tangent. I'm not going down it. Here we go. The reasons, in case you're curious, that I've heard people will pay for a review that's honest could potentially be negative. Theoretically, they could purchase a review from me, ship me the product to test, and I could say, this is a pile of garbage. No one should buy it. It's unsafe, blah, blah, blah. And they would still have to pay me for that. Like that, just because it was negative doesn't mean that they aren't paying for it. So the reasons that I've heard is, or I think, is one, someone literally is too close to their product that they need someone who is an outsider, who is unbiased, who doesn't know the ins and outs of how it works, what's special about it, like those kinds of things. As me, an average consumer, they need that kind of an opinion, because if you wrote your own manual to a product, you know darn well how it works, the intricacies of it and all that stuff. And so if I test it and I realize that there's a huge user interface problem that's just like a really hard to understand thing, they might not ever know that in case they ask someone like me, because they obviously wrote it, they understand it. But with someone else's opinion like mine, they can kind of get a different opinion to help improve the product. The other thing that's just weird, I didn't realize this until I started doing this kind of sales copy and marketing stuff, is that a lot of people who are dropshipping honestly have never seen the products before. Let me say that again. How weird is this? Some people who have online stores will have never seen or tried the product. Pause for effect. What the heck? That's so crazy to me. And so, literally, sometimes people will ship me the product to make sure that it's like okay for them to sell. And they're actually having me like test out possible products that they could sell. Don't ask me honestly why they're not testing them themselves. I have no idea. I honestly don't, but that has happened to me before, where people literally have them sent from the manufacturer to me. I give like basically a thumbs up, thumb down approval, and then they decide to sell the product. So weird. So weird. And then two more normal reasons, honestly. One is that they want to know the problems before they get a bad public review. So again, even though they're paying me for the review that could potentially be negative, if it is a negative problem with the product, they would rather pay me for that insight before a customer purchases it and then, leaves their first review on Amazon as a 1-star review or something. Because having me do that outside of the actual purchasing situation is like a safer route to get that honest customer feedback in, exchange for substituting for a real life customer who would leave a permanent review on a platform like that. So it's kind of a safer way for them to have it tested, get an outside opinion that's completely honest, completely unbiased, and then be able to make a change about that. And then the last reason, which you probably assume, is that they're paying for an honest review because they really believe in their product and they want to use it for marketing materials. And honestly, I would say 85% of the products that I test, I overwhelmingly like. There's really no bad things to say about it. They're doing really, really well and I'm excited. So it is fully positive and really cool. And so in those cases, yeah, they get marketing materials. They can use that however they want. And it's all positive all the way. And so in those cases, of course, marketing materials is the goal. And I would hope that anyone who's selling a product online would really believe in their product fully anyway. There shouldn't really be like a scary risk to hire someone like me who has an honest opinion, because if you're selling it to customers, you would hope that everyone's opinion is positive anyway. Otherwise, why are you selling it? I don't know. So there you go. Quick look into just one part of my freelancing world. Again, it's Freelance Friday today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, hopefully not concerns, I hope not, but feel free to comment it down below. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. I would love to answer your questions and provide, advice on this whole crazy freelancing world in a future video. So comment down below and I will happily get to that. And if you're curious, I guess watch some of these honest reviews that I post on my channel. I have a playlist for it And then also just every Tuesday, I post an honest review, and sometimes Wednesdays. And then for Friday, it's Freelance Friday. Okay, I'm just rambling now. Here we go. Thanks for letting me do this one take experiment here. I really appreciate your flexibility as my very few but very wonderful subscribers. I'm so looking forward to moving. This exciting, our second house. Well, we're selling this one, second ever. And so I'm excited. Thank you. Have a great day, and let's get back to work.